at the moment.
How do you think the Conservative government is dealing with this COVID-19 virus
I think that we
crisis?
could. I think that we could have done better. I think
Hmm.
that it didn't help that China knew about the virus as early as November. That certainly didn't help at all. On the 15th of January, the World Health Organization announced that there was no human-to-human transmission, according to Chinese medical authorities, which we now know was a lie. And then if you think about that, it was
Sorry,
like
go back. Sorry, say that
mid-January.
again. China said this, yeah?
Yeah, China
Who's,
said
hmm
around in January, at the beginning of
hmm
January, that there was no human-to-human transmission, which means that it cannot be passed on from person to person. And then it was
Right.
only mid-January that America
Hmm.
actually decided to close the borders, when we then found out later, way later than we should have, that it actually can be passed on to humans. I don't think
Right.
the UK has the same excuse because our borders are still open. I think we need to do way more testing. And I think that with regard to the lockdown, I do think the lockdown should have been done much earlier, in my opinion.
Much earlier.
Yeah,
Okay. So, you yourself being I guess, a black British conservative, would you advocate
yeah,
for more black people becoming conservative in their views?
definitely. Definitely, 100%. I've said this before. I've said that the black Conservative MPs that the Conservative Party has right now, they're like silent as mice. And I've interacted with one of them, Kemi Badenoch, which she gave me some support in my direct messages after I posted that tweet. I don't know if you'd seen it, of someone like threatening to report me to my university and the police for things
Why?
that I'd said. It was a post that basically said that I don't agree with bringing drag queens into schools. I don't agree with promoting transgenderism to children. I don't believe in
Hmm.
mass migration, and I don't believe that we should be sucking up to China. And apparently that was transphobic and homophobic and racist, and yeah,
Going back to the left, right?
yeah,
In my experience, the left are becoming more and more, let's say, violent. No, no, no.
yeah,
Let's say aggressive. Let's say aggressive. I'm going to say aggressive. The left are becoming more and more aggressive. And for me, in my experience, when people, because it's them that it seems that are shutting down people's freedom of speech. It
yeah,
seems like it's the left that are shutting people's, mouths, trying to stop them from saying the things that they really want to say.
yeah.
Would you think that the left is more restrictive than the conservative way of looking at things?
Do you mean in terms of like just basically having the freedom to say?
Having freedoms to say, yeah.
I definitely agree. I think the left has gone, like, it's just gone left.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun.
Right,
It's
right.
a, it's a mess. It, just when Lisa Nandu, who like ran to be leader of the Labour Party, she was arguing for male rapists that say they're transgender being brought into female prisons. And Dawn Butler,
Wow.
who's a black Labour MP, basically said that we're not born with a sex. Just ridiculous stuff like that. And for me, when people say ridiculous things to me, like, "Oh, I'm a coon, I'm a house Negro, I'm a
I've had
Negro
it. Don't
queen,"
worry. I've had the same
for
thing.
supporting the Conservative Party, how can I
Hmm.
support the Labour Party when they like advocate for things like that I think it's evil, and I think what they advocate, I just can't reconcile myself with anymore. Whether
Mm,
and if that makes me a coon and like a house Negro or whatever, like I'm fine with that. But I'm
right.
proud to say that I don't support the Labour Party with the stuff that they're coming out with just lately. Definitely.
So the future for you looks like what? Going into politics?
Hopefully, yeah. I think I'm
Right.
interested in journalism at the moment, but like
Hmm.
I'd definitely be open to going into politics because I think that we need way more people that are black representing conservatism. So it's
Hmm.
not defined by racism, and also when we look at the politics and we look at the values, it is more inclusive and diverse of black people and what black people
Do
think.
you think British politics is a racist institution? Do you think there are more black people that need to get into British politics? And is it open for black people to get into British politics?
I think that left-wing politics is open for black people because they intentionally like look for black people to kind of say, oh look, we have black people. I think when it comes to the Conservative Party, I think it's more about talent. I do think it's more about talent, as opposed to just simply wanting to pick people for their skin colour. I think if you're not like wealthy, it is hard for you to get into politics anyway. But I think that I think if black people in general expressed more of a desire to get into conservative politics and be in the Conservative Party, they are more than welcome. I've been like treated with like a lot of warmth and welcoming in politics as a black woman. So I think if black people make the step and actually make their voices louder, then we can like seriously change things, definitely.
Okay. Listen, Dominique, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you very much. I think people definitely got a sense of who you are.